Welcome, everyone. Returning and new subscribers, gods and goddesses, high priests, high priestesses, the originals. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like the video upon entering, which is like washing your hands when you enter your home. At least you should be. Welcome. Let's see what messages we got going on here. Can definitely feel the energy of what the apocalypse is. Okay. So, with that being said, look at that. This notification that comes up, first word on it, prophecy. So, here we are. I just want to fix this up here. All right, there we go. Welcome, Empress Row. Welcome, love. We're going to actually see what the messages are together. I didn't do a pre-shuffle, but I didn't do a pre-shuffle for the collective. But as far as like the messages I was receiving here, the cosmic parents did come out of that deck. And the numbers 10, 11, which speaks of a house, the house of the creative one. And 221, Uri, fiery. So like basically the energy of Archangel Uriel, the sword of fire. Okay. So welcome those of you who are here and those of you who will be watching this replay. Gifts are being awakened because of the misuse of it. So now, those of you who have the soul connected to these ancient abilities are now here for that reason. Okay? We know who's 108. Let me look at 108. Let me look at number 108. I don't think we've done that, have we? I'm not sure we did. 108. Mist. Okay. Speaks of mist. Genesis 2:6. But a mist used to rise from the earth and water the whole surface of the ground. And this is Genesis chapter 2, the creation of man and women. But this is just from a biblical sense, which is just 2,000 years ago. Okay? Which is why it's a great tool to use, but you must use it wisely. Okay? So, it's another reason why meditation is a powerful tool, because through your meditation, through those moments of silence, you'll be able to connect to places that then leads you to research something. You know what I mean? So let's see what the messages are, okay? I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors and spirit guides that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me, as me, for you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see. As you notice, my temperament is the way it is. We'll see what the message is, because it definitely has something to do with this as well. All right. Let's see. Let me get some oracles first. Let's get some messages here with the oracles. It's now 1:11. 38, Archangel Raphael, and the heart chakra. And patience. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So this is basically Raphael. In the tarot, this would be Michael, Sag energy, the temperance energy. Well, cutting cords to temper your energy. In the center of it all, we have the heart chakra. We already know that the understanding of the heart chakra is your understanding of your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra, in order for you to rise up to the inner voice, which is the fifth chakra, which is where Archangel Gabriel is located, or the energy and frequency is located. So we got 38414 up here, 411, 414, or 11144. Okay, we started this message here, 111. Let's look at what 111 is, but it's showing me already for the collective material harvest, and this is the Empress card here. All right, so the scales are being balanced. As they're being balanced, there could be this energy that does rise up where it puts you back into warrior mode. But you're also learning through recognizing when that happens and the way to shift it so it doesn't affect you. And I just looked at the time, it was 7:11. A wish is about to be granted to you. It's gonna be granted to you in a way that, again, you've heard me say this before, that you can only say that this comes from the Most High. 12:12, Ashe, Ascension. So let me look at 414 here. Let's see what we got. I'm allowing source to guide this as always, but 414 is the oak. It's also connected to Elah, which is the father of one of Solomon's deputies. Let me get a little bit more on this. Another variation will be 424. Terebinth tree, or the valley where David killed Goliath. Go right back to the elm, oak, strong trees. So some of you, see what I'm saying? So some of you have these really solid roots when it comes to the way things are going to be managed here on out, because you're supposed to be experiencing unconditional love effortlessly. Okay. Let me look at 3814. Secrecy, mystery, enchantment. Properly muffled, that is, silently. Keeper of secrets, which is connected to the links. When we speak of the mountain, this is at its highest point. The mountains in your life were never obstacles. The mountains in your life were actually the stones that you will use to build. this foundation that brings in unconditional love, peace, joy, but will also put whatever it is and smash it that goes against you. Because no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. Okay? Welcome, Fatima. Grand Rising. You're going to have to ride with me on this one. So if you're in here for a message that's going to be quick, leave right now. Because if I sense it, I'm going to know who you are. That's the type of time I'm on. I'm going to know who you are. They've been showing me a lot lately. It's another reason why I'm calm right now. Because you're showing me a lot. I remember having this vision, well, a dream. I was in my castle. It was a dinner party with people I've known from childhood. There was so many of them at the table. But then there was this moment where the energy said, flush them. And all I had to do was pull this lever and their seats sank. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to these random visions. Pay attention to when random people just pop up out of nowhere. You feel me? I already know the vibes, Empress Row. Welcome, Evelyn. Much love to you too. Because one thing about me, I ride for mine. But when you go against that, being greedy, I don't like that shit. Inequality. It's to the point, and this could be for some of you too. That's why, because why is that mark on that wall right now? As if, anywho. Some of you had dreams in the past where you thought it was this one specific energy. But as you continue to process, it comes through as a vision or as a daydream, and you get the clarity then. Some of you will gain this clarity even more so being by the water. Or whenever it is that you're meditating by fire, if you use smoke or something like that, that as well. Facts. Riding on this mission no matter what. I literally got to a point, actually this rising, I was like, yo, I really chose to do this. And immediately, you're the only one that can. You've done this already. And it reminds me of the card in the Starseed Oracle. Let me get it. Here's the thing. Live on YouTube is much different on Instagram because there's a lot of karmics on IG, which is why when I go IG live, I come off like that. And I have to come off like that because those spirits are very strong and they can leech onto anything that's unaware. So before it gets to anybody in this soul tribe, I'm going to come for your ass first. And you will remove yourself or I'll remove you. Or something in your intuition thankfully tells you, unfollow me. I've had enough. This one. This card right here. And you see this happening where they're digging this up. I remember a divine masculine showed me this image, and when I tell you the turning that I had in my stomach as if I wanted to throw up, I was pissed. And the crows are going off today too. I heard it call out just once, and then the next time it was about 4 to 6 times, and that's what it told me to search for, to look for 456. 456. God of winter, harvest time, a scribe in Solomon's court. And I was watching a film of Solomon and Sheba last night as well, and it felt so good to watch it. It felt amazing, actually. It really did. The book in the Bible, Songs of Solomon, speaks of their communication, Sheba and Solomon. And Solomon was who he was, or is who he is. And like he said in the movie, with great wisdom comes great discontent, which is why most people would sweep these obstacles and challenges along the spiritual journey under the rug, because they're not prepared to go through those, those valleys of death, literally, where you realize that even people of your own blood go against you just because of the spirit of jealousy and envy. And they may not show it to you. They may support you the most or love upon you the most. But then subconsciously, they want everything you have, not realizing what you have and what you're getting comes with great discontent and revelation as to what isn't actually love. That's why this came out. Raphael, patience in the heart chakra. And this is also Sagittarius energy. This is temperance. Let me see what the Starseed Oracle has to say. Them signs, no cap. I can't just, yeah. And you know what? Even Aphrodite Stone, her live that she did yesterday, it was similar to the live I was picking. Like with this thing, with this universal law, is not a game, yo. It's really not a game. People have laws within their, their own lands and things like that, but that ain't got shit to do with the universe. The universe will let you play. It's kind of like Shango's energy. Most people would think that karma happens instantly. Not all of it. The fuck? You got 0 to 21 when it comes to the major arcana. You don't go through those steps instantly, right? Some of it gets paid out immediately. Not all of it. Depending on what it is and who you are. And as I'm saying that, there's a lot that's being broken down right now. For people who want to play these games, some people really tried it with me since I was 15 years old. Not knowing who the fuck I am or where I come from. Do not come for the one who liberates their ancestors who've already done things to fuck up the lineage. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when it's your family members, it could be something similar to that. Instead of people working together, they want it all. Motherfucker, you can have it all if you want it. But it's obviously not for you because what you're greedy, like the same one who sat here and tried to really accuse Sheba for wanting to kill Solomon when she was all she was doing was getting the gold, helping him look for the gold. And it's the one with Holly Berry. Yo, that film is phenomenal. Welcome, Third Eye. So, does the energy clear up? Yes. When it comes to certain family members, it does, but it takes for you to have forgiveness because you know how powerful you are. And just with the thought, you can change a whole lot. And in most cases, that will be your test too. I'm not saying be soft and let people take advantage of you. It's the last thing my mother would tell you to do. Because you talking to one that if you say anything to me in the past, especially, being someone who would always give, you want to move like that. I also had a lot of, I'm telling you these things because some of you probably had the same experience. If I dated a dude, there were people that were either on my team or that I went to that knew me that would instantly want to date that same person. You foolish, whatever. You don't realize the type of karmic energy you picking up on wanting to be funny and act like, go ahead, go play. Go play. But that's a whole karmic from another lifetime that comes with energy that you really don't got the capacity to handle. But you want to be funny. So it even comes down to certain friendships that you have. See, me, when it comes to a person that I'm talking to, I don't want to hear nobody acting like, oh, that's, talking a certain way about the person that I'm with, as if you want to be with that person. Don't bring that shit over here. That's not how I roll. So that's not how this is gonna be done over here. And another thing, divine feminine. If you are in a situation where you notice a masculine is somewhere else, that is not the time for you to be sitting here wanting to compete and do things to show them that you are worthy. You let that shit go and quick. Let it go. Same for you, divine masculines too. If you got feminines that are sitting here playing with your time, because they're not at that divine level yet. Okay, they're just chess pieces on your board to test you. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this is about right here. We the Hathors, telling you, in the new earth. Deep love, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Keep holding the vision. Because it sounded like I said division. Birth as a portal. Birth as a portal is Cancerian season when it comes to cosmic energy, as above, so below. And that we are approaching shortly. It's now 1:30. That's number 13. Let me look at this right quick. That's a whole transformation number right there. Let me just see what we're getting from this. Edomite. What about it? The color red. Descendants of Esau. These motherfuckers, boy. Let me see what we the Hathors Gematria is picking up here. $13.55. That's connected to number 150 and 900. All the words align. I am a planet called Venus, and today is Venus Day. Let me see what planetary hour we in right now. Well, as far as where I'm at with you all here, we're in a sun hour up until 2:10. Well, I'm in a sun hour up until 2:10, and you can use planetaryhours.net to figure out your location and planetary hour, which could also help you in your meditation and manifestation work as well. So if you are wanting to figure out more about how to move or what to do to take action, that will be a Mars hour. To connect more to the mind, Mercury hour. To connect more to your core values, Venus hour. To connect more to your intuition, the moon. To connect more to the wisdom gained from obstacles and challenges, Saturn. To connect to integrating all of these lessons to create further expansion, Jupiter hour. I think I got them all here. All right, so let me see. This joint says androgynous president. I'm done. The whispers. Pay attention to the whispers. Some of you may want to meditate listening to Native American flutes, so you already do. Just continue to do so. This is also connected to Black Hebrew Israelite. Let's see. The plagues of the apocalypse. And then 13, Magdalene bloodline 13. I received a message. All these who consider themselves royalty and located where they're at. The truth seekers are here. So this is why so much is happening. And this is also awakening you to what's going on in your own dynamics of relationships. This is the second time I'm seeing harvest moon today. Some of you are really out here as human God souls. Then we got Harriet Tubman. For some of you, Harriet Tubman is an ancestor. To smile, it's karma. Serenity prayer. Jesus Animus. This shit says September 11th, 3 BC. Soulmates of the end of days. Orion, Sirius, Ursa, and Draconis. Continue to do your positive affirmations. Severe mental illness is either entering those who have been playing with this work of divination incorrectly, well, playing with it in a way to go against others, because again, you have to have permission to read up on somebody's energy. And if you're not given that permission, that is your ass. It says America is ready for a true leader. Angels of spiritual light, please bless me. Mountain lion, prince of the lions. Revelation is Genesis. Yeah. Let me look at 1355. back or side, corresponding to the back. That's the Kundalini energy rising. Then it says brow, eyebrow, third eye. Let me see. Tell me more about this here for the collective. Whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, dive in deep. Ancient wisdom here once again. Look at that. You got we the Hathors, you got the whale, and this new earth. It's bringing all of this back. And even times before this. Let's see what these messages are. What is the message here for the collective? T-Waz. 15. So the collective right now, those of you who are in here and this resonates with, it's because you're in your spiritual warrior energy. Patience is a virtue, and that came out. Okay? You can even use these symbols to help you. Patience is a virtue. Look inwardly. Justice, sacrifice, sovereign order, laws, principles. What is higher than the self is the self becoming higher, obtaining victory, success in battle. Okay, and that's number 15. What else? You have room number 8 here, which is Angwaz, which speaks of fertility, new beginning, the God hero, completion of the initiation, new life, joyful liberation, a new way, strength to reach completion, fertilizing the soil for your own liberation. All is changing. Genesis, process, evolution, energetic burst, the inner child, male sexuality. With the cards, messages that you received, look how this came through. There's 2 piles. This one's a little bit smaller. Divine intervention, high priest, high priestess. So divine intervention, we have the 3rd quarter, okay, which is 2 phases before the new moon. But this is about you reevaluating, balancing, trusting. So reevaluate whatever puts you into this spiritual warrior energy. Feel how you must feel, but also remember who you are. AKA don't lose your shit. Human design is definitely going to help you here, but let's see what the high priest, high priestess messages are. You are an ancient divine feminine, divine masculine. You are remembering 13. Leo Aquarius, you may have this in your chart. That which has wounded you has great potential to heal you if you accept it for what it is and focus on the mission. 606, not how. Let's look at that. Focus on the mission. 606. And human being, bringing a new earth. Okay. So that mission in itself to some is like, whatever, because they see how big the world is to their perception. Yeah, it has its measurement to it, but it's also perception here. Then we have Cancer, Capricorn. So Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius. 410, 511. Something about that. I feel like I had that over here. Well, 1411 speaks of the treasurer. And then it says 2414, Proverbs, so shall you know skillful and godly wisdom to be dust to your life. If you find it, Then shall there be a future, a reward. Your hope and expectation shall not be cut off. Because there has been so many generations where this, specifically the wisdom to life itself, has been stripped from the collective, which is now causing these burdens. You know what I'm saying? Follow the voice of your heart. A lot with the heart chakra here. So things are rising up for a lot of you here that can tug on your heartstrings. But remember, you are here to limit the ego by making it in service of the soul. It has been in the position to feel like it has more authority than the soul. Pa que se lo goce, pa que se lo goce. Oye, esto para ustedes, pa que se lo goce. This is for y'all so y'all can enjoy it. That's the, look at y'all. Then we got Hagalas, which speaks of destructive forces. Destructive forces. Ashe. Your spirit remembering. Your spirit is remembering. Some of you may have Pisces 3 degrees, which is Fomalhaut, royal star, in the constellation of Pisces, highly active February 21st to the 24th. Speaks of highly transformative through art, music, writing, science, and spirituality. Okay? You have very strong creative mental energy. But this Hagalas energy is speaking of a radical change that happens through crisis. Severe weather, chaos, exercising disharmony off the planet. What else? What else? Okay. Leo's highly significant, the lion, center of the solar system, which governs pleasure and creativity. Regal, house of creativity. Okay. House of a creative one. That's 1011 right there. And the other message is whatever it is that's in the way is going to be swallowed down, engulfed, or eaten up. However that fits. It's getting up out of here though. There's so many portals, yo, that are really open. And like I said in one of the posts where it's like, people think this shit is a movie. They gonna feel like it's a movie. Honest, this is real life now. They don't just make these movies for no reason now. Right? Let me see what's in here. Where is that? Okay, this is what I want. What is the message source? Observe limitations when it comes to the way you receive Spirit's message. This is really seeing if this is something that is helping you or it's hindering you. Dark night of the soul, act with care, walk your truth, free spirit. There are two paths ahead, sacred divinity, energy signature, the past is in the present. Number 14. Meditation. 40 So get deeper into the way you're progressing when it comes to that, because you'll get more distractions. Just be aware of that. So the more you begin to tap in, is that this is when you start to really get a lot more of these distractions. But be like the frog. The frog can't be around anything that's toxic. It has to be able to quantum leap or to leap, shield your energy, look beneath the surface. Okay, and this is another reason why meditation is key for a lot of you, so you can see who are all of these energies surrounding you truly are. Move forward. 27, 23. Let me get one more. What's happening here? Transformation. 33. Move forward. Kundalini rising. It just reminded me of Kundaliel, which is the angel of Ophiuchus. And Ophiuchus is the entire gateway now. Let me get y'all back here. Okay. Let me look at this. You got 22, 22, 2222. Things are being paired up for your highest purpose. But let me look at 37. What's 37? 37. My father is the dew. Again, with this misty-like energy, something to see. And it's also connected to Abital, which is the wife of King David. That which is fresh, that is fresh, father of dew. Look at 23, 27. Hiding place. 27, 23. A place laid waste, ruin, waste, desolation. A decayed place, destruction. 27, 21. Dryness, drought, heat. See, there's the energy of the sun that's going to rise up to a point that is going to wash all of this out, because they're not going to be able to take in the type of heat that's coming in from the sun itself. Where, let me see, to me now, where I dream me saying close up, and that's all I can remember right now. All right, let me know if you pick up on more on that. It's like Harry Potter, getting that Harry Potter vibes. I just looked at the phone, it's 150. And we was looking at We the Hathors, which had the number 150. Let's go to 150, because it's coming up again. 4411 on the timer. 150. Some of you have already know, but you do have a direct connection to the Egyptian lineage or ancient Kemet lineage. 150 picks up Deborah, Islam, God race. 2, go home, Merkel, Tina, harp. Dante, kind of like Dante's Inferno. Or the masculine who couldn't even speak up about the love that he had. Oh wow, 150 is Kemet. Then we got 150. It's also connected to billion. Then it has ET DNA. Congo. All right, let me see what else we getting from this. Look at this shit here. They're all connected or separate messages. Just keep track of the ones that you remember. You know what I mean? And it can help you pull through the other ones. It may happen even through like I said before, like when you just daydreaming. They may come through then. Celestial gatekeeper. Timing is critical. What do you want the collective to know here? What's this? What's this? What's this? Emotional challenges. Resolve the issue. Again with the number 13. That's also connected to the 12th house, where you are doing self-purification to handle these emotional challenges. So some of you could be changing the way that you're eating in order to really connect, to bring that connection together, because you're noticing that what you put in your body keeps you disconnected. There are 2 paths ahead, number 30. 133 right here. Or 1330. Let me see. $1330 is version. Now, some of you, when it comes to your virginity, you probably were in a space where you felt pressured or had to compete, where you don't have to compete with that. That's your sacred divinity. You know what I mean? But don't feel any type of way about the way it may have happened, because for some, they didn't have the best experience with that. You know what I mean? And that could also, create these emotional challenges later on down the line. And again, with timing is critical, again, with the bird here. So birds are highly significant. There's a bird in most of these cards that are coming out. And yesterday I saw, it could have been, it looked like cranes, but they were black cranes, but they were standing across from each other. And one of them had his wings up, kind of like one of those crests that's on the flag. It had its wings up. I'll post it. But that symbolizes fortune and true love. So with 2 paths ahead, use your discernment. Use your discernment. Secret temptation coming forward. The higher you go in this ascension of yours, to your spiritual journey, the more you're going to get tempted by these energies to get you to lead astray. But you have the power of life and death in your tongue to remove these energies and burn their ass away from you, or whatever it is that they got using up against you. Communication. You are the pathfinder. You are the guardian of your lineage. Okay? You are the ambassador of the sacred divinity that flows through your bloodline. Transformation. Energy signature. The past is in the present. Once again, and right up under that is Mother Earth and her emotions. Some of you are picking up what it is that Mother Earth is feeling. Well, Princess Earth, the way Sister Myra says it. She says, Princess Earth, which makes sense though. But some of you are definitely picking up the energy of this planet and the transformation it's going through. Okay, this is also why you have the experiences that you have. Because after all of this, it'll be time for you to shine, but you must maintain the integrity. Look at that guardian. The wolf again. Some of you out here are really triple goddesses, mother, maiden, and crones. You are the basically ambassador of your bloodline. So let's see what else we got. awakened spirit, it's time for you to put your crown back on. Look at that. 414 again. Another deck. 414, 144. I'm talking to the 144. That's what I'm here to talk to. Okay. It's time to put your crown back on. Change that trajectory. And I always see this shadow in here too of a trajectory. So pay attention to the shadows that are appearing. It's time to put that crown back on. What's this? 11. And 8. There's a lot of information being channeled to you from the eyes of the Most High. Okay? Cosmic connection. Cosmic connection. This is eternal bliss. When you know this about yourself, nothing gets in the way of what's happening physically. Because one, it'll allow you to have the patience because you'll always be mindful that, things have to connect first before you can get this angle. That's basically the energy of angels as well, is when points connect. Angles, angels, points connecting. Been showing up all last week. Ashe, yes. We the wolf pack. Feel me? Let me put this back. Let me shuffle this out. I want to see what else you get. Look at this. It says ground the light. So maybe after this, or while you're watching this, you're probably outside, grounding your light, letting your light shine. Okay. Let's shuffle these out. Actually, some of you are definitely astral traveling, but just make sure, you're cautious about what you're doing and doing so. Because this is when you can get really lightheaded. So you got to make sure you're closing out portals, whether if it's going outside in nature, getting that energy, you're getting yourself back into your body, or listening to meditation that grounds you. Some of you, that could be the message as well, grounding, so that you can bring yourself back to center. Because you've been doing a lot of floating around to see what's what. Yes, open my blinds every rising. Yes. Yes. That in itself, that's, let me see. Message of concern, bad health, and compass. Another 414, another 4. But let's see what this is about. Okay, so your inner compass is guiding you to whatever concerns you had about any forms of healthy, bad health, or unhealthy relationships here. Because some of these were fucking agents, people who know who you are, but sitting around here lurking and shit. What else? What's this? Yeah, because they know you're destined for your 10 of Cups, respect and loyalty. Okay, some of you have a connection to the animal kingdom. Look at this. Some of you are here to reclaim your homes, these castles with these wonderful stairways, Queen of Pentacles, because you have all of this wisdom from the owl. You have a very strong heart here. Unexpected income is coming though here. Let's see what this is about. You got 1222. Hold up. 1222. The main male is at the bottom of the deck right now. Let's see. 1400 on the clock. Sirens go off. It's Mike on itself cutting these cords. Just trust where your inner compass is guiding you. What's this? The main female. Some of you finding out who is the one who started all of this shit to begin with. That's what I felt from that. That even put you into these situations of bad health. Whether if it's mental, physically, spiritually. But they didn't realize that you have a connection as above, so below. Okay? To know what's going on. And even more so when you remember who you are. Because when you remember who you are, you know which side you're going to go to. There's two different sides here that you can choose. Like Sacred Divinity's message, there are two paths ahead. Which one is going to allow you to build? Because 22 is the master builder. Okay? You'll know by listening to what the heart has to say. That's where Archangel Raphael came out first. With the heart chakra and the patience card. These three came out together. So in realizing what did not work, it connects you to another part of the story and another part of the story and another part of the story. Yo, Kali is just sitting here staring at me like, look at that. With Lilith right under that. Like Eve was not the first. Lilith. The energy of Lilith is. But she refused to be handled the way Eve was okay with being handled. Not the same. I definitely put those cards back for whatever reason. Let's put them all back then. We're done with that message. Let's get another one. She was like, we off that. So let me go over here to the Goddesses. Divine Feminine. The Green Tarot. The Buddha of Enlightened Action. Sappho, the Poetess. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. All right, we rolling now. 203, which signifies the state of authenticity she initiated herself. Some of you, when it comes to a lot of these processes, no disrespect to anyone who gets initiated, you do you. But some of you have souls that even started that shit. Not shit, that started those different organizations. But now it's time to bring it back into oneness, which is why you're here in this lifetime. That's a whole message because my phone just vibrated. And it's, why am I looking? Where did I see? Why I just saw 909? Okay, it was that up there. All right. Wow. The mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. So I'm telling you, this is how ancient some of you are. Those of you who connect to me or any of these messages. Your initiation is between you and the Most High, not another human being. Okay? And that's a different type of journey because it requires a lot of peace. You have to really, the peace I'm talking about is for you to be able to hear these messages and not get it misconstrued and be led astray. Because then you'll have people who may look at you some type of way because you ain't do it how they do it. We ain't the same. Eve and Lilith, they not the same. One is a creator, the other one is a consumer. We're not the same. Okay. So, again, do what you do. Look at that, the bottom of the deck. Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. And a lot of you could really feel some type of way when that happens, when somebody comes at you like that. Listen, they're playing their role to wake you up even more. Just look at it that way. They're doing what they're supposed to do to wake you up even more. You know what I'm saying? So, to each its own. To each its own. Some of you even go through these initiations in a dream state. Like, some people feel like, oh, the dream is just, nah, that's where you go when you're not in this realm. We know what eternal life is when we go to sleep and we enter another realm. We know what it is. But we always have this rebirth process upon awakening, similar to when a baby goes through the birth canal, forgets everything and every reason as to why it's here. Until it goes through the cycles of life to remember. And I feel like that's how it's okay. Because I'll have dreams like that where, and now these temples are real. These are real temples in other parts of the country. And I'll see myself as a lotus, similar to as a lotus. And I say, huh. Now, some of you may resonate with this. You'll have dreams where things are occurring to you physically in the dream, and you wake up feeling it. I literally had one where they used the sword and put it through one of my sides, pulled it back out. All I did was this. They was like, she doesn't die. And that shit low key makes me emotional. I'm not even gonna front. Because when I woke up, I felt it. This shit ain't no joke. I don't do this shit for fun. That's why when people play around, y'all don't know the type of soul I carry. And that's not for people to know. You know what I'm saying? But we're here for a reason, y'all. This new earth requires us to be here. You know what I'm saying? Yemoja, the goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Let's read more. Let's read more how it's here. I want to see how they have it here. It's on 194, 14. Yeah, 14. Some of y'all go through so much, you have to have a connection to your cosmic family, your cosmic parents. Because this shit down here can get real brutal. You can get real with people. Shit that they ain't never see before. You feel me? Like I grew up around people, getting mounted by spirits, and my own pops was the one removing it from them. Like my parents is a legit pair in the Bible, Anna and Simeon. You think I don't know who the fuck I am and why I'm here? Everyone's processing their journey to each his own. My name is not Alba for no reason. And I named myself because my mom watched a soap opera that she can't find to this day. And it was only around during the time she was pregnant with me. She can't find it. So you're not going to find it. No matter how much you search for it, you're not going to find it. It was it was a little girl who was very sweet, who took care of everyone. But she wasn't so fortunate. She didn't have it. It was kind of like the Egyptian, like the people of ancient Kemet. At some point, they didn't, stuff from theirs was stolen. Getting my shit back though. I appreciate you more, Evelyn. You felt like that this rising? And sometimes I'll be holding back from wanting to share, but that's not gonna do me any good, and it's not gonna do y'all any good. because I can literally feel the pressure in my body when I hold on to certain information. It's like, so what the fuck did we bring you down here for? And that's another thing. You don't ask to be chosen. Because I listen. My dad got deported when I was very small. This year I have been feeling really called to go visit him. I haven't seen him since I was like 4. Go see your papa. Go see your papa. Especially if you're feeling it like that. Don't be surprised if you end up staying there. That could also be, how things work. We just are. Okay, here we go, y'all. Let's see. So you can get a look at her. Yemoja represents the creative force of the unconscious, the secret depths that bring the unseen into the physical realm. The African goddess Yemoja gave birth to all of the 14 gods and goddesses in the Yoruba religion. She is caring and nurturing, yet also fiercely protective and strong with the desire to relieve her children of any struggles or sorrows. She is worshipped at the ocean or in any flowing body of water, though it is said that her true home is the Ogun River in Nigeria. She is considered to be a mermaid whose energy, blessings, and power flows through all forms of water, cleansing, renewing, inspiring, and reminding us of the limitless love we are. In Brazil and Uruguay, she is offered succulent food and gifts on tiny boats cast out to the sea from the beaches. Her worshippers ask her to give them her blessings so that their desires in the new year can manifest. She is the queen of the ocean, the ruler of the subconscious, and the creative force that allows us to translate the ineffable into art. As the mother of all, she is the energy that brings new life into this world. Yemoja creates a flow where before there was a block or stagnation in our life force. When we feel uninspired or stuck in life or in a creative endeavor, from having a child to writing a book, Yemoja is the feminine essence that sets our energy back in motion. As a mermaid, she exists both in the world and also in the unseen depths. She can help us dive down deep into the unconscious or into the collective unconscious and retrieve the hidden secrets or the wise pearls that we need to integrate now for our life to flow again. As the queen of the ocean, as the empress of the ocean, she baptizes us to start over, to begin again right now, to let everything become brand new. She encourages us to use water as a ritual to send out our offerings to her, to bless our bodies in a warm bath, or to walk along a body of water and allow its perspective to give us the answer or blessing we seek. Yemoja wants to cleanse us of the thoughts that are holding us back. Why do children calm down after a bath? Why do we feel healed and more centered after a nice long soak? Water is the element that held us in the womb. The return to our first and most primal element, the loss of gravity, the freedom of buoyance. This allows us to release feelings or thoughts of being trapped or stuck. Yemoja reminds you to use your tail. You are not of this earth, you are of the sea. I receive that. You know what came across my thought process earlier? I told Source, thank you for allowing me to be here again, but without a certain type of way of going about things when I don't like what I'm seeing. You know? Which also makes me feel like in another life too, this is where the jaguar comes in. Because I ain't have to talk. I can just bite your ass if you enter my territory. You know what I'm saying? Soul voice meditation. What do I need to bring from out of the depths into the material world? With the intention, I am an ocean of creative energy, and I give birth to exist to what exists within me. The mystic of peace is next, was before that. So allow us to give birth to the mysticism within us, the mist, and the peace that comes with it, the joy that comes with it, the unconditional love that comes with it. We understand, and understand that we can take it there if we wanted to. But we also know with the great power that we here hold within our veins, it is similar to a tidal wave, an earthquake or tornado or a cyclone or the hottest of fire that could ever be known to man. The red goddess, which is also Sekhmet's energy. That's what I'm saying now. At the bottom of the deck. Allow us to be playful, to connect to this spiritual power, and allow us to go through these transformations, because laughter leads us back to the light. Let me get a number one. The white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. Kind of like this stairway looks like the heart, right? The path of love is true abundance. So with the path of love being true abundance, notice the distractions that will lead you astray. If the path of love is true abundance, something is going to want you to get on the path of anger, of, voice it though. That's what Sekhmet tells you to do. She ain't say be soft. Okay? But once you handle it, there's no reason for you to keep dealing with it. But if you continue to deal with it, you're going to have to find a moment where you handle it. Okay? Confirmation, because the phone just went off. 219, 1419, but 219 would be Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. It's like being connected to a traditional way of faith. But depending on what your other placements are, this may be the lifetime where you do revamp whatever that tradition is. But it has to be connected to the universal law of oneness. If not, you and it will go. Simple as that. This earth is tired. It's almost like you don't want nobody dumping their bullshit on you over and over and over. And that's why I don't like when people vent or say I want to vent. Don't vent with me. I'm not the one for it. You got to do that with yourself. You have to vent that out with yourself. We can have a conversation to come up with a solution. But the venting is your own personal resolution solution to whatever issue or problem it is that you're having. AKA dark night of the soul. That's a whole nother word for a dark night of the soul. So someone venting is them putting their dark night of the soul on you. I mean, that's just how it's been, channeled to me, because I notice what happens, especially being a projector in human design. I got to be mindful of the energy that I'm surrounded by. It's almost like the moon being a satellite. Now the moon has its own energy too. It ain't nothing to play with. That's why a lot of things are happening during certain moon cycles. And this is where people in the past fucked up when it came to me. You don't realize that that's one of my strongest dominant energies, along with Mars. You want to play? I don't play. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. That's why I never even like play fight when I was little, because I'm gonna fuck your ass up for real. The Black Madonna, Santa Barbara, Our Lady of Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love, which is why I'm not gonna sit here and play with that. You know what I'm saying? Even when people just make certain comments like, I'm just playing. No, you're not. People who say things when they're intoxicated and they can't remember. Oh, I'm glad you can't remember because I'm going to move accordingly. You will never need to know why I moved away from you or why I'm moving a certain way when it comes to you. But have control of yourself. Feel me? I have to keep on practicing. We are the ones with the senses. The universe ain't got no sense of humor. What you think is funny, the universe sees it at, oh, that's what you're most focused on. That's all it knows. It really simplifies it. A lot of the way I perceive things, it comes from my athleticism and training people and getting a clearer, understanding of what the body is designed to do. Because as soon as I put a negative thought in my mind, there's a certain body part that feels that. And I was one of those athletes that if I felt some type of way, I'm paying attention to what injuries I'm having. One was an Achilles injury. The other one was a lower back herniated disc. Like all of that shit is connected to something completely different. That's surrounding the current environment. And if it's at the base of the spine, this is something where the Kundalini energy is not rising. Why is it not rising? And that's when the process began. And I was not always, I'm not going to say all my coaches were a certain way. That didn't allow me to connect to them, but there were certain ones that wanted to rush the process. They saw the talent, but didn't want to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like seeing how amazing these tools are and the way they can work for you. But if you are not prepared to be on this type of journey, because the moment you put your hands on these things, remember, the universe doesn't have a sense of humor. We're the ones with the senses, and that's what we're learning in this realm. But in the new earth, there's an advancement to those senses where it becomes more of a mental awareness, higher consciousness. Where yes, you feel these senses, but what about the ones that you really can't touch, smell, see? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the moon cards are saying. Hold up. Here you go. Show the world the real you. I'm glad to see that, because there be times where I'll be saying things, I'll be like, yo, step out your comfort zone. And I'll be sure to do the same. I love you too, Empress Love. Yeah, I encountered so many people who are considered friends but they would do things just to show me that they did it and not even ask. But I can sense that they would do it in a way to see, to show me like, oh, I did this before you. Like, I don't give a fuck. And the problem is they think I care. It's just the fact that you coming to me with that, like that. Communication is key. Show the world the real you. I'm like, congratulations, do you? But a lot of us have, like I said, information in our DNA you're not going to find in books. If you go through this journey and you take the road less traveled, some of you, goddess of self, goddesses, and gods of self knowledge, you realize that a lot of these institutions ain't teaching you the way your soul, your spirit feels that you're actually evolving. If anything, you feel like you're stuck more in a karmic cycle. And then you got these other ones that want to sit here and been there, done that. Maybe not this lifetime in your eyes, but the reason why you doing it in this lifetime because you're learning where I came from. That pop out's about to be crucial for real. What do you need to release? And then it says, step out of your comfort zone. Communication is key. What do you need to release? Step out of your comfort zone. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, which is on the 29th of June. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is. 29th of June. Let's look at 629. Let me see. Where is that thing I had? I had something here that tells me the days that the runes are connected to thoroughly. 629 speaks of doing things thoroughly. Yeah, giving birth to something. Once you give birth to it, you can't put it back in you. Decide you gonna do something with it or not. It's already there. So you can thoroughly work on it or thoroughly ignore it. Hold on. Let me find this other thing. Let's see if I can find it though. Yes. Oh wow. It just went to the hours that it rules. So let me see. 2:29 right now. That's Thurisaz. Thurisaz. The hour of Thurisaz. And Thurisaz is gateway, the location of non-doing. This rune shows that there is work for you on both inside and outside of yourself. Thurisaz is rune of non-doing. Therefore, the gateway is not to reach or to pass through without completion. This rune reinforces your patience. Now is not the time to make decisions. Thurisaz conversely requires contemplating. Urgent decisions may be regretted later on, probably because you are acting out of weakness. Shit, drag us, why don't you? Now, as far as the date is concerned, because it says here that each rune governs 2 weeks of a month, and the rune that would be connected to this one and this period that we're in, 610 up until the 14th, is Othala. Now, Othala, okay, Othala or Othila, this is the time of your ways separating. Old skin must shed. Outdated relationships need to be given up. If this rune appears, a molting is necessary. Othila is a rune of radical separation. Obedience and probably also withdrawal is necessary to know when and how you need to withdraw and to actually have the determination to do it. Property is also an aspect of this rune because Othila is the rune of the accusation and profit. So remember yesterday's message where it said golden children wait, things are still being woven. I'm picking up on that right now as far as inheritance and things like that. And this inheritance is, again, it's not something that you're gonna be able to explain from anybody because they'll be like, "But that don't make no sense. It's not supposed to make sense to you. It ain't your mind first and foremost. It's mine." So you're gonna be able to process that. It ain't your account, sweetie. Okay. So interesting. I want to put some love cards. I'm gonna go over here actually. Oh, we can use these. This is fine. Let's see. Messages of love. And if you have been having any cravings of a certain seeds, nuts, fruits, vegetables, let me know. I could probably look up something over here for you. I know Thoth been around my ass. I mean, that is Mercury energy. So Venus, Mars, Neptune, and Mercury will be in their home signs, which allows for manifestation for those that are Libra, Taurus, Venus energy, Aries, Scorpio, Mars, Neptune, Pisces, Mercury, Gemini, and Virgo. Mangoes. Let's see, baby. Mango. Fruit of the season. Summer. Summer's looking good for you, though, for sure. Let me see. Already looking good for you, beloved. So amazing. Forget good. It's all about remembering happy moments that you've had with family. Okay. It's also a good antiviral and anti-parasitic fruit. Let's see. And it brings in prosperity. So even as you're eating those mangoes, it says food of God, and it's connected to the elements of fire and air, planetary correspondence, Mars, Venus, signs that rule mango, Aries, Sag, deities that rule mango, look at that, Ambika, Ganesh, and Saraswati, which is the goddess of self-knowledge that we picked up on. And then chakras that work with mango, solar plexus, and sacral. And it helps with family reconnection. Enchant and send mangoes to your family members to help them remember the happy moments they've all had together. Hang and enchant a wreath made from the dried leaves. As far as fertility, enchant and drink the juice before performing rituals for fertility. Nice. Helps with inner child healing. When preparing for shadow work or after your complete shadow work, enchant the fruit for healing and happiness. Eat while remembering happy moments. That's cute. I love that. And it's also when it comes to moving, plant the seed to help yourself establish roots in a new location or community. As far as wisdom, anoint your third eye with the blossom oil to call in wisdom during spot or full moon, which is coming up. Let's see. And watermelon too. Watermelon. She thanks making waffles. Yo, Empress Roll be throwing it down. I promise you. Let me see. Yeah. Watermelon. Just be mindful if you're ever experiencing these spiritual warfare, you want to lay off the meat. Okay. Watermelon. Let's see. Symbolizes the womb. Feminine energy, element of water, planet, well, the satellite of the moon, signs that rule watermelon, Cancer, Pisces, the deities that rule watermelon, Set and Yemaya. So, wow, the goddesses that we picked up on. Yeah, it's definitely picking up your energy for sure. Chakras that work with watermelon, heart and sacral. It's good for all purpose healing, clearing energy blocks, inspiring peace, helping spirits move on. In some Hawaiian in some Hawaiian cultures, it's customary to roll a watermelon out of the front door of your home when a loved one passes away. Releasing heavy emotions. It's a hydrating elixir, a sexual stimulant for men. Nature's Viagra. Due to relaxing and dilating the blood vessels. Deception comes out. The hell? But yeah. Let's see. Deception. Unrequited love. Who's this for in here? One of y'all in here still playing games, and y'all got to stop playing with these energies that are not entertained, that are not committed to you. They're interested but not committed to you. Flirt, yeah, have fun, but don't get so wrapped up in it. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, to rebalance the masculine and feminine within you. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs have been cautioning you. And then you have playfulness again, which is connected to the red goddess that we saw over there too. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Me, but done playing today. Yeah, stop playing. It's blocked. I'm done. See? Cards never lie. All right, so once that's done, here's what your higher self got to tell you. Here's what your higher self got for you. Yeah, don't block what's coming in for you. I get it. You want that connection, but don't rush it. When you really allow the Most High to bring in everything that covers what you asked for and then some, you're gonna appreciate yourself for having taken that moment. I thought I entertained my last night. They come through, and there's so many of them portraying as that. Let's see. What is happening? Okay, that just came on because I had on a positive aura cleanse in the background, and the commercial talks about some of you need to take care of your car. Oil change, get your tires fixed because it says get road trip ready. And it's a Midas ad. So you have the Midas touch. Don't waste the Midas touch on things that cannot reflect that back to you. Feel me? Let's see. Have faith. Number 12. for us, your faith in this situation, and this is something that you cannot see, right? You're going through a transformation here, so it could be very easy to um, go to where it's familiar, but keep going down the path of what's unfamiliar. Because look at the bottom of the deck here, you got soulmate. What's unfamiliar is you and your own connection to you being a soulmate to self, where it now creates a shield from these energies that portray themselves the same way you portray yourself. You know what I'm saying? These are all reflections of you. And that's also can help you to like chill out, because this is something that's resonating with you as well. You have to fully embrace the empress that you are, you know, and picture it this way. Um, you can't reach the empress unless you go through certain people, right? You have to go through the messengers in order to even get connected to her. You know what I mean? So move like that. Let's see. Like attracts like. Look at that. 122. The magician has to build a number. As above, so below. So get okay. Yeah, some of you have to really do more work on your natal chart. Use AstroSeek. Put in your details for it, and then it'll on the right side you'll see where it has the transit chart, and it'll show you what's going on. You just click the highlighted part, you'll be able to see, what's what. See me, for instance, my sun is squaring Lilith right now, which means I ain't got time for the bullshit at all. And anyone who's at a disadvantage and putting people at a disadvantage, anything that's putting people at a disadvantage, I'm like, I'll remove the light of day every day for you if you keep it up. You know what I mean? So have faith, like attracts like. And these people that you're attracting, see what it is that separates you, that's connected to you. Let me see how, okay. I'll give you an example personally. Because nobody expected a relationship that I had to be over with, or that I will be doing the back and forth. I was like, nah, y'all really don't know me at all. When I'm done, I'm done. I'll give you chances, yes, but that's only if I'm connected to a part of myself where I see a potential that I have yet to take the lid off of. And until I take that lid off of that potential, I'm going to continue to do the same things. So. And the other thing is too, like, you'll have your ebbs and flows in your connections, right? But there's a way to communicate that, to converse about that, where it doesn't feel like you're not being heard, or you're feeling like somebody wants to control you, because that in itself, that's done. Each side is playing a role where wanting to be understood, because there's a lack of self-understanding. Because the moment you realize yourself, you're not going to want to explain that, because no one is going to be able to get what you're saying, because it's within you. It's like you have these thoughts in your mind, these visions in your mind. No matter how well you explain it to somebody, they still can't see the full picture the way you see it. So you're just going to be draining your energy in doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and do less talking about what it is that you expect from a partner. Let them show you what you expect to see if you're actually attracting that, which is quite a task. But that'll help you to remove, these frequencies that come in and play a role because you told them to. You gave them the script, so now they're playing the role. At some point, they're gonna have to cut and become themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's all wonderful part of the lessons, though. Let's get another message here. You're welcome. Be willing to express love and physical touch. For some of you, your person is foreign because I've noticed how the language is wanting to shift here. But be willing to express love to receive love, and that's to self right here first. And then you'll be a vibrational match to that. Like for real, for real. Give people less of the script of what it is that you're looking for. It's kind of like somebody who goes in for an acting role and audition. They don't know what exactly it is that these people are looking for to select that person for that role. But everybody has the script though. Well, only one will be able to see. There's so many ways of looking at that with the same example. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. Number 42. Then you got Neptune's energy right there. So getting by the oceans or water and releasing these energies, talking to the water, or while you're in your bath, talking and just really releasing it all. Make it feel as weird as possible. That's how you know you're on the right path. That shit was weird, but it worked though. It be working. Let's go here. At this point, I'm just pulling messages and just having a conversation with y'all right now. So tell me more about El Amor. Okay. Let it go. Move on. Then we have the ostrich trap. Fear-based thinking is causing this type of connections. What that say? Sand. And sand goes wherever it want to go. Don't know what that got to do with anything right now, but okay. Then we got the labyrinth and the kink. So things could have been delayed, but it's being sorted out. As long as you steer clear of what's being sorted out, because new life is coming and it's time to make these adjustments. Let's look at 82. Oh, I almost closed this entire screen on your ass. Wow. And it's about to be 144 on the timer. So, yeah, person, it's loading up. 144, it's loading up. It's you don't want to waste your energy on these dubs at all. Okay. It's just yeah, let's go to the beach. 8224, fruitful. See, you want fruitful connections. Facts. You don't want, if it's not bearing fruit, then what is it doing? Curtain call. You better be ready for when the real curtain call comes through. And for some, that's where the dreams come in. And this is why it can also get blocked out if you have other energies around you that put holes in your auric field because they're not part of your bloodline in order to co-create and bring more love into it. You know what I mean? Yes. Why did all those fruits just make me hungry? Thanks, Allah. Well, that just made me a little hungry there. I just been on lentils, cashews, plantains. Like I listen to my spirit when it wants to consume certain things, and I just roll with it. We have ballet shoes and the slingshot. You're not putting people on their toes enough. You feel me, didn't it? And it's pulling you in opposite directions. Tread lightly, be poised, and have grace. Look at that. Because your intuition is going to guide you. It literally fell on my index finger, which is Jupiter's energy. Let me see something about Jupiter and Scorpio right quick. I just want to see something. I might have to put the gematria for that, actually. That's somebody with a deeper desire to understand the greater meaning of life. Notice how you feel elevated through these type of messages. Have a great day at work as well, beloved. How elevated you feel when you listen to these messages. That person you decide to be with, there's also a part of them that has to be able to have these conversations with you where your soul evolves as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what um, the universe is looking for. There's been too much of mismatching of frequencies. I'm not speaking as to the way you look now. Speaking about what's inside of you, what flows through you. So let me see. Aww. I love it when we're cruising together. That's playing outside right now. It's a whole message for you. Jupiter in Scorpio, 144.5, 1302, and 217, which is Moon in Aquarius. So this person may come across as someone distant. This joint says apocalypse, no joke. It says looks can fool you, baby. That's what Jupiter and Scorpio gematria is saying. John 3:16. And in the end, it all comes back to you. The twin secret. Wow. Lioness bride of Yeshua. Who are the indigo children? Yeah, see. Something about Aries, Sag, Scorpio here. 159. First thing is Georgia. Then we have Mermaid, Oracle, Forehead. Their third eye gotta be open. Listen, Source don't want any of its divine feminines messing with pages anymore. Sixth sense and more. 6 cents and checkered flag. That they basically just said, you got the strength. You got the strength to do this. Just be patient. Just be patient. It's very likely that that moon in Aquarius energy, this person may have like that vibe of a moon in Aquarius where they can hide the way they feel. They'll hide the way they feel, where it feels like you have a moon in Aquarius. Okay. Because you got the biker that came out. So they may like to, play with toys, biker toys, lone wolf style, nonconformist, which is kind of like the Knight of Wands too. But this is someone who's always in search for more. So something about Jupiter, Scorpio. They may even have Jupiter in the 8th house, where they are you're connected to those who expand through the mystery. No, I don't. I was saying I do have the power. Oh, got you. Then you have chocolates. What else? It's very likely that this person is going to love their freedom, which is the true divine counterpart energy, remaining independent while you're in a union. You're not each other's parent. Then we got the fishing pole, extending oneself, self-reliance, connect with nature, self-improvement. So really undergoing this self-improvement, being a poetry in motion as well. Self-improvement through mentoring others, connecting with nature, doing a lot more reflection on what it is and who it is that you're asking for, and really ask for what you're looking for. Some of you just settle with the first thing that approaches you. No, don't, it says. Because they're not the emperor. And it's going to close you up from a lot of opportunities here. And then you got the bonfire, which is the Ace of Wands, which speaks of enthusiasm, energy, intense joy, ignite passion, community, sharing ideas, orgasm, fierce. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the telepathic communication gotta be there, because it's gonna be quite a necessity in this new earth. Because what if we're in the age of technology, but we are the technology. A lot of things are made to make it easier for human beings, but it's built based on the way human beings operate. The next one was dice, gamble, taking a risk, playing games. Chances are you're rolling with it and experiencing random results. I don't know why these are here. And it's unlikely that you'll be connected to the one that's actually going to have you feeling like the pearl. It's time to dive deeper. Develop what it is that you're searching for outside of you, within you. You hear this often, but if you continue to attract partners where it's not what it is, then you have, a little bit more work to do. Mirror, see? Got some more work to do. And that's all good. Get it done. Get it done. One more. Fairy tale. Beautiful. Believe the impossible. Daydreams. Romantic endings. Universal archetypes. Hopeful. Magic. Unicorns and rainbows. Happily ever after. And it's going to be a great story that you'll be able to tell. Something about New York too, because this is 917. So look at that, the castle. If you haven't yet, check out The Old Guard, the movie. You heard me say that before, but it's an interesting movie. But yes, loves, that is your message. 15522. Ace of Swords, 15522. The Master Builder. Triumph through adversity. Now it's time to get to work, baby. Love you.